Imagine this. It's early morning. The alarm blares and you hit snooze again. You'd promised yourself you'd get up early, work out, and start the day productively. But instead, you roll over, convincing yourself you'll do it later. The cycle repeats. Sound familiar? Why is it that even when we know what we should do, we still struggle to do it? Is discipline just about willpower, or is there something else at play? Well, here's the good news. Discipline isn't about being naturally tough. It's about having the right strategies. And today, we're going to explore some surprisingly simple techniques that can turn discipline into something almost effortless. We'll discover how imagining obstacles can help us overcome them, how planning tiny responses to distractions can make us unstoppable, and how even changing our surroundings can make the hardest tasks easier. By the end of this, you'll see how discipline isn't a burden, it's the key to freedom. Ready? Let's dive in. Let's start with something that might sound counterintuitive. Have you ever heard of mental contrasting? No? It's a little mental trick that's like setting a GPS for your brain. Picture this. You're dreaming about running your own business, becoming fit, or acing that exam. That vision feels good, right? But here's the kicker. If you only visualize success, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Why? Because your brain gets comfortable, it feels like you've already won. This is where mental contrasting comes in. Developed by psychologist Gabriella Odingen, this technique says, visualize your goal and the obstacles standing in your way. So if your goal is to wake up early and work out, imagine it, but then picture the cold morning air, the cozy bed, the temptation to hit snooze. When you see the barriers clearly, you can prepare for them. Try this. Right now, think of a goal you want to achieve. Visualize the success, that feeling of accomplishment. Now, picture the hurdles. How will you tackle them? That mental contrast isn't a downer. It's fuel for action. Okay, so you've identified the obstacles. Now what? This brings us to our next strategy. Implementation intentions. Sounds fancy, but it's really just a simple if-then plan. Let me ask you, how often do distractions derail your best intentions? You're ready to work, but then your phone pings. You're about to start studying, but Netflix whispers sweet nothings in your ear. Implementation intentions give you a plan for these moments. It's like having a script for your brain. If X happens, then I'll do Y. For example, if I feel the urge to procrastinate, then I'll do a 2-minute task to get started. Or, if I finish dinner, then I'll floss immediately. Studies by psychologist Angela Duckworth show that people who use these plans complete 60% more tasks. Why? Because you're eliminating decision-making in the moment. Your brain doesn't have to think, it just follows the script. So what's your if-then plan? Think of a common distraction and decide right now how you'll respond. All right, we've got mental strategies down. But what about the world around us? Here's the secret. Your environment is either helping you or sabotaging you. Let's talk about environmental friction. Think about this. If your gym clothes are buried in the back of your closet, how likely are you to work out? Not very. But if your workout gear is laid out by your bed, suddenly it's easier. Or take healthy eating. If there's no junk food in the house, you can't eat it, right? Reducing friction is like removing hurdles from a race course. You're making good habits effortless and bad habits harder. So look around you. What's one small change you can make to your environment to support your goals? Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked secrets of discipline: tracking your progress. There's a famous saying, what gets measured gets managed. Imagine you're trying to save money, but you never check your bank balance. Or you want to get fit, but you never track your workouts. Without feedback, you're flying blind. Research shows that people who track their habits are more likely to stick with them. Why? Because it creates a sense of accountability and satisfaction. You can use apps like Streaks or even a simple notebook. When you see your progressor, the lack of it lights a fire under you. You want to keep the streak alive. Now, here's a question. Why is it easy to binge watch Netflix but hard to finish a work project? Because Netflix is fun. What if we could make discipline enjoyable? Think about kids. They're always playing. But guess what? They're learning and growing the whole time. As adults, we forget that hard tasks can be fun too. Try this. Pair your least favorite task with something you love. Listen to your favorite music while studying. Turn cleaning the house into a race against the clock. Suddenly, Discipline isn't a core, it's energizing. So, what have we learned? Discipline isn't about being a superhero, it's about using smart strategies. Visualize your goals and the obstacles. Have an if-then plan for distractions. Make your environment work for you. Track your progress. And most importantly, find the fun in discipline. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Pick one strategy, try it this week, and see how it feels. Remember, true freedom comes from discipline. When you master your habits, you master your life. If these strategies sparked new ideas, subscribe to Minimal Millions for more distraction-free insights. Let us know in the comments, which technique will you try first? Remember, true freedom comes from discipline. Keep it simple, keep it focused, keep it minimal. Subscribe now and join us on this journey towards a more disciplined, successful you. If you're ready for your next step towards simplicity and success, don't miss this simple secret of simplicity. It's queued up and waiting for you, just one click away. Stay focused, keep it simple, and remember, less is more. Catch you in the next one.